Oh, it's happening. Commence! Great to see the Uran Light server. Best server. Yes! High fives, Kiki! I was playing on Spriggan on Moogle, and that was where my first character was. And then a lot of my mods who are also British, they started playing on Light Data Center on Phoenix. And I wasn't going to originally make her my main character, and it just ended up happening. And now she's my main, and I'm here. Floating Sky Islands. The Black Shroud. Dalamud Shadow. This is ominous. Here we go. See what happens. Remember us, chat. I think the first few of these are going to be really easy synced, and then it's going to get a little bit more challenging. Oh, okay, God, what's happening? Oh, what is this? I'm so confused. Ah! I thought it was going to be a jump puzzle or something. I was scared it was going to be like the gold saucer jump puzzle. Except with this one, the death is permanent. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced the ground to a depth of many hundred yards. The swirling aether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it is not as if we expected this to be straightforward. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Astariel? Indeed. 'Tis imperative that we win through the depths of this structure and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again, not while there is hope that he may yet be saved. Mayhap we should put such thoughts from our minds until we have successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears to have a suitable point of ingress. That is a suitable point of ingress indeed. Thou art very wise. Ooh, the music is good already. Haven't even started a boss fight yet and it's already good. Woohoo! Most of the times that I've died on fights, it's because I'm actually dancing in real life and I take my hands off the keyboard. So I blame them for making their soundtrack too damn good. It's too good. And apparently it only gets better. Like, Heavensward has an amazing soundtrack, but after that, apparently each expansion, the music just gets better and better and better and better. And I don't know what I'm going to do to myself. Like, how am I going to be able to play the game? Big golems. Hey, Lamb. It's Red Alfie. It is. Anti-Alfie. Do you know, in Roman times, if you were a twin, you wouldn't get your own name. You'd just be called Anti, and then the name of your twin. So if your name was Loquax, your twin would be called Anti-Loquax. It's kind of mean. You don't even get your own name. So, at least their names are slightly different. Back this way, okay. Heavensward theme. Interesting, because this comes story-wise before Heavensward. Okay, what now? We click on this thing? Not a Heavensward theme, but it's a theme you definitely heard. At the end of A Realm Reborn. The end of A Realm Reborn. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. It is answers. I think whenever I hear just like a breathy choral piece, I associate it with Heavensward now. Because of that track that floats in on the wind. It's answers! So good! Oh no! It's the plant from Mario. Is this gonna have like a mechanic where we have to fight each of the heads or something? I say we smack it first, talk mechanics later. If we die, mechanics. If we don't die, nuke it. Always the sensible way to go about it. Oh, do we run away from each other to break it? There we go. Okay, classic. Classic mechanic. We've got ads. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Break the whip. Guessing we need to take these down. Oh, ow, ow. Ow, ow, he ate me. Help. Okay. This is fine. I don't mind. I should probably go over here. It's probably a bad place to stand. Oh. This is an equally bad place to stand. Apparently. If not a worse place to stand. That went well for me. I'm not dead. I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't see anything. There we go. Oh, come on! Recently dead people are extra tasty, apparently. Rude. So rude. We've got all these thorns springing up. Oh, this should probably be dead, I'm guessing. This is fun. Oh no. People are dying to the thorns as well. I'm dying as well. Well, about that synced version. What is going on here? Well, that went really well. Personally, I'm really proud of what we've achieved there. I didn't think the first one would be difficult, but okay. Tank swapping apparently is important. So the tank needs to swap after 3 or so stacks from the boss. Apparently. Because that's what was killing them. Up to 6 stacks. Oof. Ouch. Coils balancing can be a bit weird. There's a reason it's not included in the raid roulette. Yeah, for sure. It's weird because synced, it takes ages, and then unsynced, you just absolutely barrel through them. There's no in between. Mouse was taken! But Mouse has now returned. The only person taking Mouse's soul is gonna be me. Thank you so much for 48 months of being part of this community. An honor and a pleasure, as always, to take that lovely soul back. And thank you so much for the tier 2. I know Mousy particularly enjoys the rainbow emotes, so keep on spreading rainbows all over Twitch. And thank you for your soul. Oh god, we're going in, we're going in. Can we get some love and some hype in chat for the return of Mousy? 48 months is a long time. Okay, so I think if the tanks are happy now, we should be able to do this. And just kill the ads and get rid of thorns. Okay. 4 years. What the heck? How does time go so fast, Mousy? I haven't streamed for 4 years. I've been streaming now for like, what, 6 years? Time distortion magic. It's not real. Okay, there's ads. I really need to get better at targeting. What is this? Oh, thorns. Okay. Oh, it's already dead. Okay. I was so useful. Ah, don't eat me. Don't eat me. Don't you dare. God damn it. It ate me. Don't hate me because you ate me. Okay, my magic is fairly balanced right now. Go. Oh, mobs. Tanking's going well by the looks of it, I think, this time. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Can I stab him yet? There we go. If anyone's new, I'm also a new red mage, so if you see me just pressing buttons in the wrong order, that's why. I'm trying. So many buttons. Mobs. Hey Thunder, how's it going? Welcome to Coils. It's an adventure. Can I target him, please, game? Please, thank you. Couple of dead people. Oh shit. I didn't even see those mobs. But oh, I've got Thorn with someone. I'm guessing we break it? Like, that has to be the mechanic? Oh god. Jeez. Okay. It was going well. I don't know what meant that we had that many ads up. Because it looked like we were taking down the ones that spawn individually, so I don't know why there was suddenly like a ton all there killing us. Okay, I think it's maybe that the tank swap didn't happen because Bella was helping us with the ads and like grabbing the ads off people so we wouldn't die. So maybe that's why one tank went down. I see. Pain eternal. Would you like a hint? Not sure if any of these cats did coils. Some have, some haven't. Some have done them before but not tanked before or healed before, so feel free to, if anyone in chat knows what's going wrong, let us know, because I'm doing this unseen. I always find it's more fun to do stuff unseen and then work it out together. But some people know some of the tactics, but not everyone knows everything. Tank swap was okay, apparently. There's another mechanic that stacks damage stacks on the boss. Not sure what that was again, but the AoEs are one-shots. Ouch. Faith is like, I know nothing. There's literally nothing inside my brain. There's a couple of happy fat moogles that dance around. Same really. Same really. That's all that's in there. It did go quite well, though. Like, we definitely made it a longer time that time. Just don't know what happened with everyone suddenly dying. I feel like I looked around all of a sudden and everyone was on the floor, like already dead. This is fine. I only did it unsynced for the story. That's what we might do if it all ends up being a bit challenging. The first coils we did up to part 5, and then part 5 we ended up switching it back to unsynced, and it was just much easier. Battle commences in 12 seconds. Hold on to your butts. Ooh, the boss gets a stacking buff that increases its damage exponentially every time it eats someone or something. And the about to be eaten marker is the yellow circles glowing on someone's head. Can we stop them getting eaten? Anyone stood by that person will also get eaten. So is it just damage control? Like, if it's you that's going to get eaten, you need to run away from the group sort of thing. A lot of running away with the thorn mechanic as well. So it's kind of like Twintania in that someone gets marked and you need to get away from the rest of the party. Basically, okay. I'll look out for it. I can't say I noticed the yellow marker. I just saw someone go in there and I didn't see the marker on them. Interesting. Any ads up? Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Break the thorns. There we go. Oops. Wrong ability. Oh well. I can go and stab now if I want to. I want a little bit more dark magic. Okay, I'll go stab the ad. Yeah, too late. Ugh. Am I gonna get eaten? No, I have thorns. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, this is... I don't want to say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'll jinx it. This is looking quite positive. Okay, another hornet. There we go. Hornet's going down. I can go in with my abilities now. Whee! Swatch out. Get redoubled, bitch. And a wipe. As soon as I say it, usually we wipe. Shh, I never said it. Oh god, there's so many ads. That's a nasty AoE. Ow, 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 ow. Slimes? Since when were there slimes? Jesus. Okay. I guess we deal with the slimes. Dun, 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 dun. So catchy. Such theme tune. So catchy. Good music. Can't concentrate on the fight. I'm concentrating, I swear. I'm helping. I'm so helpful. It's nearly dead. I nearly got it. There we go. Okay, back to boss. Oh wait, there's still... I got thorns. Here we go. Okay. Kill him. I'm going in. Yeah! There we go. That's how it's done. Nice. Good job, everyone. We did it. That's cool. I think that's a good level of challenging because it's just like, just enough that we had to pay attention, but not enough that it just seemed impossible. Well done. Got some loots. Is any of this actually good for me? I don't know. Maybe I should have greeted everything. Oh well. Oh well. Little bit of brute force, yeah. Brute force and tactics, the perfect combination. Okay. Well, synced continues. So I think this bit also has 5 parts, like the first one. So whether we make it through to the final showdown. Coils are on the high end of difficulty for level 50 content. Yeah, when they're synced. Or you can face roll them unsynced. And just put your face on the keyboard. Press a couple of buttons with your forehead and it's done. Easy. Stuff in the final coil is stuff that you should take. Okay. So it might be good. Oh, glam wise as well. Oh, yes. Glam is the most important part, obviously. Obviously. So it's not about the actual stats, it's about the fashion. This is Final Fantasy after all. Also, hi, Quantum. Proper hello. A couple people came in during the fight when my eyes were glued on the screen. Oh, cutscene. Hello. Stop right there, criminal scum. I look so cool now. Who could it be? That armor? No, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Astariel. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know of only one who wears such armor. He whom the Empire raised as high as the Black Wolf himself, the Legatus of the 7th Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the Meteor Project to fruition. We face the White Raven, Null Vondanus, harbinger of the 7th Umbral era. His hat looks kind of stupid though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not intimidated. Nail Vondanus? Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. It should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. Show off. Out of love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Nail Deus Darnus. The one true deity? Bahamut! He speaks of Bahamut! O Lord Bahamut, thy name is as sweet water to parched lips. How my heart swells at thy sacred touch. I don't think he's evil or anything. I don't get that impression. He just seems like a really nice guy. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile its glory, and you will answer to me. Did he just... The discount Star Wars villains are back, guys. I thought we killed them all. Alas, they have returned. How is this possible? From what Alfie told me, Nail was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal. Indeed. New villains? The outer coil of the Black Shroud. This looks like a perfect platform for a boss fight. I don't know, I get a feeling we might be fighting a boss here. Don't know about you. Okay. Here we go. Whoa! This is cool. We're on a train. We're moving. Oh! This is so trippy. Yeah. We're going upwards. Can I look back? Oh, I can. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa. Chat just said prepare for motion sickness. True. does feel like one of those trippy VR experiences. It's odd. Snacks. Snacks on the platform. Moving to Sector 8. There is actually a dungeon far later in the game, which some people do complain about motion sickness in. What? They're just like spinning you around on top of a skyscraper. Oh my. Sneaky Primal. Sneaky Lady has entered the fight. She's like a Lamia. Okay, so Bella up in chat is going to explain a couple things. We are going to listen diligently. Hey Leia, welcome on in. We already smashed the tip goal today. I don't know what happened. I just started talking about cat game and then immediately tip goal smashed. So cat game is happening, can confirm. But welcome on in, how are you doing? We're about to take down Snack Lady. Snack Lady will be no more. In a matter of minutes, I have faith. Okay. First off, everyone make sure you have your debuff icon front and center. Debuffs! Status info enfeeblements. There. That's the right thing, I think. There we go. Okay. Because debuffs will be very important. Okay. Set that at 200%. 200%? Just me, or I can't see like a way to enlarge it? Select the cogwheel and then select it. What? This one? Okay. Element size. 20? 200. It's not a percentage. Go to enfeeblements. There's a lot going on here. Displays a single element, split element into 3 groups. 120, 200? I found it! I think 200. I did it. I did it. I did it.
Show me.
I think I did it. I went here, and then I did that, and then I did that.
Yeah, but you've also turned it down to size 0.
I cannot hear anything you're saying.
You've turned it down to size 0.
What should it be on?
Something reasonable, if you can.
I don't know. Defaults, and then I'll...
And you did that on enhancements, not on enfeeblements.
What is that?
Move.
There's too many settings in this damn game.
That's not helping.
I'm improving your vision cone.
Yeah, sure, that's what it is.
You look great. Wonderful. This is one of my moderators who I keep in a dungeon.
There.
And whenever we have technical difficulties, he just kind of appears. He's been here like 5 years now. I can't get rid of him. I wish I could. I've tried. I keep telling him he's overstayed his welcome. But he lives in my basement now. I feed him occasionally, if he's deserved it. But yeah, there's so many UI settings. It's crazy. I do at some point need to look into customizing my UI and making it a bit more efficient, but that's the whole job. Maybe we'll have a stream talking about UI stuff, and I can properly go through all of the settings and make it a bit more optimized. Is he a gremlin? He does have goblin blood on one side. So he does have gremlin tendencies. He likes collecting shiny things. If you try and bother him whilst he's busy, he's like, job, doing job. Wait, gremlin busy. So he does have that kind of vibe to him. Yeah. He seems nice. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. It's just because I literally just fed him. When he gets hungry, he tried to bite my arm off yesterday. It's horrible. Don't recommend. So he's currently our kidnap moderator. Maybe we'll kidnap Foz and Ghosty soon. Okay, I need to reach out again. Okay. Okay, so ads. There are 2 types of ad. A giant named Renaud who needs to stay alive, and everything else which needs to die as soon as it appears. Now, debuffs. There's 2 types, triangle and circle. Triangle fires a 45-degree cone in the direction of your character. And, okay, when it runs out, it fires a cone in the direction your character is facing, which petrifies anyone caught in it for 10 seconds. So make sure you aim it out of the area. Okay. Easiest way is just to spin and look out about 1 second left on the debuff. Okay. Cool. Got it. Got it. Triangle. Triangle. Yes. Time for circle debuff tactics. I like that we're actually doing tactics. Makes it more fun. Yeah, the UI is super customizable, which as a streamer I really like because I have a lot of elements up usually on streams. There's like the sub goal usually and my camera and the tip goal and everything, and sometimes we have additional bits up, so it's really helpful to be able to move them around. Okay, so with the circle, that's where Renaud comes in. One person needs to use the triangle blast to petrify him. Ah, okay. Interesting. Otherwise, Renaud will curse us with the circle. So it's like a trade. Oh, okay. One person needs to use the triangle pass to petrify him, and then whoever has the circle debuff needs to use Renaud to shield the rest of the group. Okay. So how do we use Renaud when we have the circle debuff? Do we get the circle debuff by petrifying Renaud and then he gives someone the circle buff? When Renaud is petrified, do not hit him. You will shatter him and yeah, just don't damage him at all. Okay. The circle needs to be on one side of Renaud and the rest of the group on the other. Okay. Interesting. I think this is one of those fights where on paper it seems really complicated, and then when you get into it, you're like, oh, yeah, this makes sense. So the circle protects us. Everyone hides behind except the person who has the circle. Okay. So the person with the circle gets like a shield, and then we all cower behind them. Circle sits under Renaud's butt. Everyone goes on the other side. Butt stacking! The old stack and backen tactic. We haven't done butt stacking since the Slodes in Cloud Rest. That was a good time. Stacking on basically a giant magical slug's butt. Very slimy. But highly effective. Do recommend. Butt. So circle is butt. If you have the circle, get in the butt. And then everyone goes behind the circle. Basically, think of the debuffs as everyone being Medusa. We turn our friends into stone, which is sad, but the circle debuff stones everyone that isn't hiding behind the statue. Okay. Okay. I think once we know what the buffs and debuffs look like, we'll get it. Should be fine. Let's have a go. See how it goes. Medusa. I almost don't want to kill her because she's very cool looking. Butt stack. I have a simple mind. I can remember circle, butt stack. In World of Warcraft, in raid groups, there was a circle raid icon that you could put onto mobs, and we always called it the nipple. So it would always be like, stack on the nipple! Get on the nipple! I had a very bawdy raid leader at the time. He was so cheeky. Also, he used to shame people by, if you didn't do a mechanic properly, he would put like a loser mark over your forehead and leave it on there until you did the mechanics properly. So if you stood in the fire, he'd put like the ugliest marker on your head. It was great. They're deciding main tank and off tank in chat right now. Melusine, don't know who Melusine is yet, an ad I guess, can throw a nasty pair of AoE fireballs, so stay spread out. Okay. Alright, let's give this a go. See what happens. Minus 50 DKP. Oh, DKP. And Ventrilo. Does anyone remember Ventrilo? And TeamSpeak. Them's were the good old days. Looking out for any other ads being summoned. Not quite yet. Yeah, TeamSpeak audio quality was so bad. It was so bad. But like people used to pay for it at that time. Can't believe people used to pay like £25 a month for TeamSpeak. It was awful. Ah, there's Renaud. He is indeed very angry. Can't see any kind of debuff on me at least. So we're all good for now. He's been frozen. Great success. See where the kind of circle thing comes in. I've been petrified. 3, 2, 1, unpetrified. Okay. Let's get the ads if we can. Oh, there's another Renaud. I thought Reynard was his name. But he apparently has a twin brother. Haven't seen any, like, stacking going on yet, so I'm assuming... Oh, there's dead people already. He just got frozen. As far as I know, I haven't had the debuff yet. Nothing's come up. Oh, another Reynard. Should probably get out the way here. Not sure what the ab priority is, but everything needs to die, so I guess we just take on Melusine whenever we have a break in between. That kind of rhymed. Also, I'm dead. I think I just had a pinky toe in the AoE. Just a little smidge. Okay, I can watch what's going on now, though. We've got 2 Reynards. 3 Reynards. Ooh, okay. Raid night starting late and well because you forgot to pay for the server. Oh, yeah. For sure. I think we are dead. Bella fought the good fight, but we are down. Okay, back to the beginning. Okay, well, what the heck happened? I know what I did. I stood in the AoE, but I'm not sure what else was going on. We used TeamSpeak because one of my mates was not even on a 1 megabit connection yet. Jeez. I remember, like, losing connection all the time to chat servers as well. Thank the gods for better internet. though because we know what the stuff looks like now. Like everyone knows what the debuff looks like. I didn't see it come up for me, so I don't know if I just missed it or I got really lucky and I didn't have it the entire time. Yeah, I don't think I got it. I just got really lucky. Not everyone understood the circle triangle thing, that's for sure. Circle thing, like I didn't see any stacking going on. I know we're supposed to hide behind the circle, but I didn't see any circle going on. Is that referring to actually like the AoE that happens? Is that what we're hiding from? So we freeze Renard and then we hide behind Renard? I actually look quite cool now in this costume. The fashion has been upgraded. Triangle peeps freeze the big guy. Person with the circle is a bomb. Okay, I didn't see anyone with circle last time apart from our own raid marker over here. Hey! Look who's back! We've got Nissan returning for 44 months of immortality. And Nissan, with the eternal flame wisps, team spirit is high. There may or may not be another War of the Wisps on the horizon. Oh, we're going. Okay, it's happening. But welcome back, Nissan. 44 months. Oh, here he is. Got him. Okay, we froze him. Oh, okay, I saw it. I was frozen, but I did see it. I saw everyone else hiding. So many mobs. Oh my god. Mobs upon mobs upon mobs. You triangle debuffed Raisin that time. Did I have triangle debuff? Because I still haven't seen it. I'm clueless over here. Oh, 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 oh. We did the thing. It's fine. I got a triangle. I've got a triangle. I've got a triangle. I got him. Now I've seen the triangle debuff. What's he gonna do now? Woohoo! I'm a professional. As you can clearly see. Circle of flames, so they've got the circle debuff. Oh, I've been frozen. Oh, there we go. Ah, got it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try and do it without getting Ali. Ah. Okay. I did it. Oh, fuck. I think I hit him. Ah, he's dead anyway. Still frozen. What is this between me and Renard? I'm dead. It's happening. This is happening. This is happening. Ripperoo. I don't entirely know what happened there. Whatever's going on with this circle mechanic, I don't feel like I've ever seen it happen. We're definitely understanding the triangle mechanic, but circle mechanic, I'm like... Only happens to one person? Yeah, but we're all supposed to stack behind, and like I didn't see anyone moving to stack behind. When the protectors spawn, kill it straight away. It also has a petrification attack. Okay. So they're top priority if we see those. Hiya! Fight me 1v1, Medusa. Red Mage for life. We don't have to stack behind if the person with the circle goes behind. So basically you want to make sure Renard is between you and this circle person. Circle person, Renard, us. As long as they go on the other side. Look on the party frame on the left for circle debuff. It did come up quite large for the triangle one, but I didn't see it come up here. I'll keep a closer eye on it next time. Hey Ant, welcome on in! When another live stream of Guild Wars 2. Someone thirsty for more Ender Dragons. It's been a little while since the Guild Wars 2 live stream, just because I'm one of those players who I play multiple MMOs, but there'll be one I'm really into at any given time. And at the moment, that's more Final Fantasy, but we do still play Guild Wars 2. If you do want to see when Guild Wars 2 streams are, do make sure to check the schedule every week. Sometimes we have unassigned streams, so a stream will go up without a game scheduled for it. And sometimes those can be Guild Wars ones. We usually decide what we feel like playing on the day. Okay. I'm doing a thing. Hi Panis as well. Nice to see someone going in for old content. I'm just a new sprout, so this is all new for me. This is my first time doing Coils. And I'm lucky enough to have a community that didn't mind coming along with me, so we've decided to try it synced, and then if it fails horribly, we'll go back to unsynced, but it's been fun so far. Oh god, okay. Yeah, Death Dancer, let's get that while we can. Oh yeah, I can see who has the triangle over here. There we go. Renard's frozen. I'll go back to hitting this one. There we go. So many flashy effects. Oh my god. Going in. Sword chow. Okay, there's another Death Dancer up. Oh, petrified. Ow. And there we go. Oh, I got it. Oh, fuck. I'm coming. Oh, Lord, I'm coming. Like that. Go. Yeah, okay. He frozen. I think I did the right thing. I think he already died by the time I got there. Also, Circle of Flames. Ah! I die. Once more. Ripperoo. Down we go. Once again. Bella's saying my bad there? Was it like a tank thing that happened? I don't know what happened. Whee! Ripperoo. Death dances are my responsibility as well. I'll pick the death dancers up and you guys knock them down. Okay. Try and get them down before they cause any damage. Oh, Tiana has the T-sip emote. Perfect. The Stuff of Dreams. I really need to get hold of that. As a British person, I feel I must have it. At the moment, Panis, I just started Heavensward. So I'm kind of going through that content, and that's where we're at story-wise. But everyone was saying Coils is good to do before we go on to any more of Heavensward. So we've kind of gone back and started Coils, hoping we can do at least part 2 today, if not part 3. We may potentially have a party spot a little bit later if anyone has to go. But yes, I'm still very much a Final Fantasy noob. So for me, this is all new. I'm like, oh, this is new content, even though it came out years ago. Death dealer. Okay, here we go. Okay. Got that one. Oh. I'm stoned. I'm absolutely stoned. Hi, Baham Renard. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that was before or now, or I'll stay here though. Help with that one. There's another Renard up. He likes me. He wants to give me a hug. Okay, both Renards are frozen. Hide behind Renard. Okay, I'm hiding. Good hiding, everyone. Let's get this Death Dealer down too. While we can. Frozen again. That's okay though, because they got Renard. Reynard? I so want to call him Reynard. Oh, darling. Oh, Reynard, darling, please shield our bodies from harm. I'm frozen again. Feels frozen, man. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, that was so close. Oh god. Oh god. That could have gone very badly for me. I'm gonna stay here. Oh, no. Frozen again. I'm gonna die. Yep. This is the end. Surely. No? Are we good? I'm not good. I don't have the cure at this level either, so I can't heal myself. Trying to target Melusine. Oh, dead already. Circle Flames. Was I on the wrong side of Renard? Technically, I think everybody else was already dead anyway. That was a bit better though. It's going better. There's progress going on here. It's good to see some progress between tries. Whee! Can't quite tell who it is, but someone's continually triangle debuffing your team. Did I triangle? I didn't even see triangle come up on me. I hope not. Hope it wasn't me. Might have been. I did twice. I didn't see my triangle. I've got it right here. I didn't see it. Center screen off to the right. Yeah, it should be here. Like massive. But yeah, it's definitely there. It's here. Surely. Did it not? Where's it gone? Hotbar, progress bar. We put it here. I changed it just before we went in. Status info, other, enhancements, progress, hotbar, cross, hotbar, above the hotbar, pet hotbar 5, enfeeblements. Yeah, I dragged it down here. And it went back up again. I don't know why it went over. This Enfeeblements, that's like debuffs, right? That is the correct one, I think. There's so many things on the UI screen. So hopefully it should be closer to my main bar now. I swear I put it there before though. When Bella first said in chat, like, move your debuff bar further down, I put it right here. So I don't know if I then switched a preset or something and then pressed OK and then it didn't save how I'd done it, but yeah. Should have been there. Hey Shizzy, welcome on in. Happy Wednesday. My brain thinks it's Monday, but happy Wednesday. I'm worried that you made your debuffs invisible. Surely they were visible, right? Because I remember like a triangle coming up in the middle there. You can see on the party list, it's really small, but sometimes I see the triangle come up. Haven't yet seen the circle though. Like, I haven't noticed the circle at all. You can also pay attention to the cursed voice and cursed shriek. Is the circle the shriek and the voice the triangle? UI element, it should be on 200% as well, Manji. We did set it on 200, so hopefully it saved that setting, because I don't know if it did. Element size 200. Status enhancements, that's the wrong one. Enfeeblement. Why can I not change this? Because this is the right section. But it doesn't let you, like, drag them. I honestly don't know if it saved the settings I had before. Group 3? Group 4? Why are there different groups? It's already on 200 if it is group 3. I don't understand why the debuffs have groups. The groups have groups. The groups of the groups of the groups have groups. I'm scared. Because you have them all together. Those are the groups of debuffs. But are there 3 separate UI groups that I can move around? Buffs group 1 and group 2 debuffs. Okay. I definitely understand. Definitely. Oh, I'm stoned. I'm always getting stoned during boss fights. Hey Maisie! Now there's a merry party of 8, so we're all good. We've got enough brave warriors here. Oh, death answer. There we go. Ah! Hide behind Renaud. Oh, just here. Everyone's stacking here. Okay. I guess that counts as behind. Everyone got stone though. Circle debuff for me. Wait, what? I did not see anything come up here. Unless we're blind, but I didn't see anything. Dun, dun. But chat saw it, so it must be real. Stacking again. Oh, it's on me. This is the only Renaud I can see, so Take that, fool. Oh, I think we have a couple dead. I'm joining them. Okay. Hi, Bocci. Welcome to the chaos. Things are happening. People are still alive, though. And we're getting reses. Lamia Fate Dealer. She looks annoying. Ouch. Don't think they're gonna survive long. So when you hear like that pinging sound, it's because Ashen has set up a macro to be like, circle debuff, hide behind Renard. So it pings every time it's gonna happen, which is useful, but yeah, I think most of us just look around like, where's behind Renard? Like, people just came back to the middle, and I'm not sure if that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be behind him? I think it's a wipe. Wipe that floor. Make sure it's shiny clean. Professional cleaners over here. Ah, yes, the chaos of coils. We have decided to do it synced at least until it's like impossible. We did the last 2 stages, but I think this might be soon TM where we switch back to unsynced. We'll see. We'll have a couple more tries. Remember that only the person with the circle debuff should go to Renard there. Yeah, the Nagas are really annoying. They're petrifying us. I guess we just try and get them down quicker. No shame in that. Twintania, we did end up going back to unsynced as well. We'll have a couple more tries. See if it gets any easier. If not, back to unsynced with us, so we can absolutely cut through them like a hot knife through butter. Always feels satisfying. The funniest part was you reacted, which is great, but you didn't realize he was warning everyone to hide from you, so you froze the whole team. I honestly didn't see a circle debuff on me. But surely, like, the circle debuff doesn't freeze you, right? The triangle debuff freezes everyone. Or is it an AoE freeze for circle debuff? I thought circle was a bomb. I like blowing up my entire team, though. I'm such a useful party member. Circle is AoE freeze bomb. Oh, okay, so it's a freeze bomb. I assumed it was a fire bomb because some of the Nagas were doing fireballs, so I assumed that would fit the theme, but no. Fire freeze bomb. It's fine. Well, at least I went to the right place, just in absolutely the wrong time. Wonderful. I have circle. Where are you, Reynard, you big boy? Come here. I might end up freezing Ali in the process, though. Hopefully not. There you go. Got him. I was useful, god damn it. Just to write that on my gravestone. I was useful. In Comic Sans. Okay, we got more Lamia up. Let's get rid of them. Oh god. I have been frozen. I think that was a circle going off. This is okay though. Hello, Renard. How goes it? He's living his best life. Another Lamia up. Someone's got circle. I can see that much. Someone else has got triangle. Just can't identify here at the moment. Okay, this is freaking chaos. He's like, I don't know where I'm going. Quite a few still up though, so We might be okay. Who knows? Cassie had circle 1 and basically nailed the execution. Nicely done, Cassie. Those circles got done perfectly so far. What went wrong then? Like, because there's a few people that went down and died. We've got 3 Renards up too. Can Cassie just get all the circles? Like, just give all the circles to Faith. Easy. Yeah, triangle freezes in a cone, so you have to kind of like turn yourself around. And then I straight up coned everyone due to IRL aggro. I bet it was the cat. It's always the cat. I know who it was now, but don't want to name names. Don't want a tattletale. I would never. I think the deaths have only really started since I've began watching. Maybe, yeah, it's Thunder. Thunder brings an air of bad luck with them. A family curse, mayhaps. You might want to get that cleansed. Can span generations. Very awkward business. Oh, Panis! Panis, welcome to the Wisps! Elven Pipe is playing. Ah, nice to hear some relaxing Elven Pipe in such very, very pressured times. Thank you so much, Panis. Welcome to the Wisps. I hope you enjoy all the elf motes. Spam them across Twitch. Enjoy your glorious ad-free viewing and, of course, your immortality. For the small price of your soul, I have given you eternal life. At least for the next 30 days. You are now immortal. Welcome to the Wisps. You also have a little wisp next to your name right now. It grows every month, so your wisp has just been spawned. It's very small and very cute. Hard to beat some Elven Pipe. As good as the Final Fantasy music is, it will never be better than some good old Elven Pipe. I think we would have killed it by now if Ash used danger bongos for the sound instead. Yeah, like, this is ridiculous. Can we please get the sound switched up to danger bongos? It's really holding us back. Danger bongos. That's what I call my boobs. Danger bongos. Okay, the danger bongos are not very obvious though. If that was just the danger bongos. All right. Danger bongos equipped. We'll try one more time. If we're still struggling, I think switching back to unsynced is probably the thing to do, at least for this one, and then we can try synced on the next part. Oh, we pulled before timer. Okay. Someone's eager. Sure, we're going in. Someone just wanted to stab. They're all very aggressive, you see, that's the problem. Dun, 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 dun. Ashen in game is Marina Asheni, who is this little character here who's running around with the blue hair. Oh, Death Dancer. Oh, I have the thing! Stay away! I'm infected! Yes, I got him! I think I got someone in that, but as long as he's frozen. I did it! Oh, I'm stoned. Why am I always so stoned? I really shouldn't get stoned during boss fights. It's not very helpful. Well, some people stoned here. It wasn't me, was it? I hope not. I don't even know anymore. More death dances. Ah! Hide behind Renard. I'm hiding. Behind? Okay, God. Okay. Well, you know, I don't think that worked. We might survive it though. It's only 3 seconds left. Ow. Tank is taking a beating though. You don't hide unless you have the circle debuff. Okay. Alright. We use Reynard as a shield, though. That's what I meant. Oh, I'm dead. Something didn't like me there. It's pinging. So that was Ash there, I think who had it, so he went up here. So that seemed like a good circle debuff round there. Now I just get to watch. This is great. I don't have to do anything. I love being dead. It's the most helpful I've ever been. Oh, like someone died over there. Oh. Marina Asheni, the last left alive. Alas. To be fair, that was pretty good. Like, Melusine is on 50% here. I guess we do a bit of a vote and see who wants to have one more try or who wants to go straight to unsynced. Bit of a chat vote. If you don't have the circle buff, don't do anything. Okay, that's easy. Last turn I said one more try, but now I'm like, ooh, another try? Just one more? Just one more? Hashtag one more. It did feel kind of unlucky that time, because the whole group got frozen. As long as you recognize that you have the circle debuff and don't nuke the group. Look, I like nuking. I didn't nuke that time. That wasn't me. I wasn't the nuke, was I? I didn't think so. As soon as the ping came up, I like checked myself and no, we're good. We're good. Ideally, one of the ranged DPS can just hit Renard once to get them to chase him so we can position him. Oh. Where's the best place for him to stand? Like on outer circle, I guess? So when you say hide behind Renard, you don't necessarily mean Renard's butt, because Renard's butt may not be the opposite direction to all the players. So it's just behind Renard in general, rather than like behind his behind, if you see what I mean. I always assumed I had to be on his bum, but his bum is not always the right direction. Very technical terms going on here. So as long as you are behind him in general, it does not have to be his behind. Oh, fuck, it's me. I did not realize that was me. That happened very fast. Everyone's gonna get unfrozen soon, so it's fine. Just hope it's not me again. In general, Final Fantasy has so much more stuff going on the screen. Like, there's so much flashing and so many UI elements going off and pinging, and it's pretty full on in terms of MMO indicators and things. Okay, back on boss. Oh, okay, we don't do anything. We just stay here, we just keep on DPSing, and we hope that the person with circle gets behind the boss. Which I think they did, so we're good. Excellent! And then back to killing these guys. I have been stoned. This is fine though. I will probably survive. Nope. Alas. Alas. I don't think they even managed to stone Renard with it. My death was for nothing. Tragic. Okay, who has circle? Cassie. There we go. Was that beautifully done? I don't know. I didn't see Cassie move. I think it'd be another wipe here. A lot of people down or about to die. New tactic, unalive yourself when you get circles so it doesn't go off. It seemed to work for you. I was like, where's Faith gone? Like, he's got circle. And I just saw your body on the floor. If it works, it works. It seemed like a better try. In some respects, it seemed like a better try. To me, at least, it seemed like it. I don't know. The whole red circle mechanic is quite hard. I think just because of how not obvious it is. Like, usually, most games when you have a debuff on you that's that damaging and could kill the entire party, like the whole screen goes red or something. But it's not that obvious. Dun, dun, dun. Hashtag one more try. It's mostly the triangles rather than the circles at the moment that get us. I guess because if the tanks get frozen, that's a big issue. I had one circle go off on me where I didn't manage to get the Reynard. Hashtag one more try. Hashtag one more. Quantum suggesting we make Bella change tanking position. Where would you suggest Bella goes? Bella says they're going to try standing inside rather than outside. So if they miss that they have triangle, it still goes out. I think that's what Quantum might be about to suggest as well. Just not facing inwards so they don't free most of the team every time they get triangle. There you go. Easy. We'll give that a go. Might just work out a bit easier. Tin Iron's going to be fun, I believe. There is going to be a point where it's just going to be ridiculous for us to try and do it, but this is like, you know, we're getting to half health and it's just little mechanics that keep getting us, so I feel like we can do this and it'll feel really good if we do manage to get it. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey-ha! We're doing it. This is the try. I can feel it in my bones. Instant party wipe. Ah, triangle. We've got no bad boys yet. There's no bad boys. So I'll just face it away. Probably didn't need to wait that long, but I was being overly cautious. We have got a big boy up now. Ray's up. Hey, Ray. What up? We're gonna freeze you in a second if we can. Oh yeah, chat was reminding me as well. I can use Flesh off cooldown. Fletch. Okay. Who has it? Tiana. I think that went well. That looked like it went as in... No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I think he was already dead by the time it went off. So therefore we didn't have him to hide behind, unfortunately. So that was a little bit awkward that time. Okay, another one's up though. Oh god, there's dead people everywhere. The heck happened? I've got it. Out of my way, bitches! There we go. There's Bing. Who's got it? Tiana. Okay, Tiana's on the right side. This looks encouraging until it isn't. Okay, goodbye. Ripperoo. I think that's another wipe. I think a couple of the circles went off. At least the first one did. Not sure what happened with the second one. Aye. The pain. It's a tough boss. Aye. Bella's saying they got petrified in the middle of your Waking Dead, which I'm assuming is an important ability for you. Yeah. I keep doing the Dark Souls thing of just one more try. Oh, we were so close. Just one more. Just one more. This is the final try of the final tries, and then we'll just do unsynced. Let's do it. Keep in mind the boss has a cleave, so if you face it into the room, maybe stand closer to the edge to not catch party members that are too close. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't want anyone kind of burning out and getting annoyed with it, so yeah. That's what I would say. Just do this one, and then if it's the same, we'll just do unsynced and get through this one, and then we can always try the next one synced, see if that is worse. Don't know if they just get progressively worse, or if there's just some stages that are harder than others. Bum, bum, bum. Battle commencing in 15 seconds. Bum, bum, bum. It is an interesting boss though, and I like having some mechanics to watch out for, but oof, she hits hard. Two and four are the worst ones in this one. Okay, so 3 will probably be fine with. Probably. Okay, here comes Big Boy. Got any... Oh, Lamia Death Dealer's up. Oh, ow, 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 ow. He likes me. He's taken a shine to me. Send help. Shall I just kite him round? Like, I just keep running? I mean, I can. He's very slow. Okay, so they're going on the other side. We're going to stay here. And hopefully that should work for the circle debuff. Nice, 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 nice. We got it. Well done, team. Still really paranoid that I have the debuff on me. I keep checking. I don't want it to be me that kills the entire team. The responsibility. Oh, Ali's down. Man down, man down. Falafel down, falafel down. Okay. Don't know what killed them, but... Big boy, I've got the debuff. Oh, shit. Okay. Face beat, face beat, face beat, face beat, face beat. There we go. I got it just on the corner, so... hopefully that worked. I didn't want to get the tank in it, but hopefully it didn't. Ali is dead. F's in chat. I've got it. Do we have another big boy? No. Okay. Then I'm just gonna try and face it like over here. Okay, goodbye. Or die. You know, that's another way to avoid the debuff. Big brain plan. Dying. Dying. Oh my gosh, look, our in-chat Urianger is back. Is that not a Bible quote? It sounds like a Bible quote. Although, pretty sure Urianger wrote the Bible. It's canon. He likes using long words for things. Hi, Gisales as well. Hello there, General Kenobi. I can't not say hello there in that voice. Hello there. Oh, hi. Welcome to stream. We're just busy dying. It's really fun. Yeah, I think it's time for unsynced. Just, yeah. Pain. Pain eternal. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, the time is upon us. Yes, we're just gonna absolutely destroy it on unsynced. Honestly, when they introduced Owing for the first time, I was so sure he was the butler. Oh, well, hello there. Forsooth, my milkshake doth bring all the gentle persons to thine yard. Verily, 'tis better than thine. Every time Owing comes up and it's not like a voiced cutscene, I just internally sigh to myself because I have to voice everything that isn't voiced. I have a fun time with his weird sentence structure. He's the goodest of boys, though. We do like him. We're gonna go back to unsynced mode. We are not quitters. We are simply sensible individuals. And I feel like we've seen the fight now. We know the mechanics. We get the mechanics. It's just kind of impossible to do them flawlessly right now. So it's not like we haven't seen the fight at all. We appreciate the fight. We are now just going to go in and wipe the floor with Serpent Woman because she deserves it. There you go. But yeah, hopefully that means we can get through the rest of Coils 2 tonight. We'll see how we go. We were potentially going to do Coils 3 as well tonight if all went well, but we'll see. See how it goes. Could have done without the jump scare. It's my only purpose in life to jump scare you when I come back from break. When I'm playing ESO, it's usually, "Hail Sithis," just quietly whispered into the mic in a jump scariest way. I'm trying to decipher Mischievous's message. Are you giving us a clue as to another dungeon? Because last time Mischievous was here, they were leaving messages and hints as to what dungeon they thought we should do. And I finally discovered what it was. And we did it. Don't know if you were there at the very end of stream, Mischievous, but we did do it. And we saw the heartbreaking story of her resurrecting her husband in the dungeon. It was very dark. It was very dark, but such a good dungeon. Very worth doing. Doth casual word seek to bring crashing down what assumed on high was never naught? This maid is unmade in the name of a sayer of sooth. With words of merry delight and distant congregation, this maid is snubbed of good faith? I agree. Yes, entirely. Too right. Definitely understand. Is she to hold her tongue whilst being tread upon, or has this maid made quarrel where Merry Mirth was visited? Where was Merry Mirth visited? That's my question. Where exactly was the Merry Mirth visited? Don't know where that is. There was no merry mirth going on last Coils attempt, I'll tell you that, Mischievous. There was only death and screaming and swearing. So here we are, about to nuke it instead. Hi, Andre. Dawn definitely isn't watching the cutscenes. I am greatly enjoying them. Griffin, thank you so much for 2 months of immortality. Welcome back. What the fuck? Wait, do we have to do this one again? Isn't this... Wait, what are we doing? Are we doing the first one again? I swear we're on the second one. I'm so confused. Why are there massive cows? Is it the same one? Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, this was turn 2 and then we went into Snake Boss? I thought the platform was the first one. It's all kind of melded together in my brain. Because we spent so long on Serpent Boss, I was thinking that was a separate thing. But there you go. Welcome back, Griffin. Good to have your soul back for a second month. Your powers only grow and your wisdom only grows more strong. Welcome back. First was the plant thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the islands and the plant thing. I remember. I bet she's already dead. Like, as soon as I exit the cutscene. Okay, I'm not going to skip the cutscene because there could be more story after her death. Alice is going to be like, that was a hard fight, but we did it together. It took exactly 2 seconds of my lifespan. I thought we wouldn't make it. Yay! Well done, everyone. Like, I knew we'd get it eventually. Excellent execution of the mechanics there with the circle and everything. I nearly froze everyone again, but we did it. I'm so proud of you guys. That was very clutch. Like, we were down to about 20% and I thought we were gonna die. GG, everyone. GG. The Coils of Bahamut Turn 2 has ended! Yeah, I was really quick reacting to the circle. In fact, I was so quick that you couldn't even view it with the human eye. The reaction was too fast. I'm like a whippet. You'll never catch me. It was rough, yeah. Well, here we go. Coil of Bahamut Turn 3. To be honest, we may as well do the rest of them unsync now. Like, we've seen the beauty of the mechanics. That was Turn 2 in Coils 2. Second wing. Good luck with this one. Internment Hulk IC-03. Central Decks. 3,256 yams. Some portal stuff going on here. Brave adventurers. I love how Ash just has the sunglasses on up front, just chilling. We should try Turn 4 in Coils 2 at least once or twice sync, just so you can see how messy that one is. Oh gods. I hate to even imagine. I'm reminded of the passages beneath Castrum Occidens. We must have travelled quite some distance below the surface. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Surely they cannot continue all the way from the upper floors. 'Tis difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling those corridors house more of those dreadful guardians you already faced. It is said that the Allagans excelled in the creation of chimeral beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with 1,000 fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the Elder Primal. I wonder, the creatures that prowl these halls, could they be the beloved children of which Nail spoke? Well, this is yet another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onwards? Indeed. I have been granted the power of the Echo. Woo! Okay. And the power of crazy bunny jumps, apparently. I did stand on the thing. I did not know it was going to do that. Okay. I'm ready this time. I'm ready. Come on, choose me. Yay! Hey Cal, you all come on in. I'm good. We're doing a pretty hard series of raids called the Coils. They're really fun though. Some good story in here as well. Like, I think it's definitely worth doing before we carry on with Heavensward. Oh, wait, is that a jumpy thing? No, I'm going down here. Whee! Is this the way? I'm just following everyone else. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defensive systems. Releasing deadly neurotoxin. Defense activated. Go fuck yourselves. Oh my. Wait, what? Where did everyone go? Oh, down here? Watch out, there's mobs behind you. Whoa. This is fine. I think people are saying if we pull and then just like don't damage and just kind of look at the mechanics just so we can see what's going on. Everyone's just kind of, interesting. Okay, so he throws things that we don't want to stand in and then bombs and stuff. Oh, okay. Well, he did actually kill us. That's really interesting. That's cool. Nice. So essentially, if we'd all gone in, we would have just nuked it in 2 seconds. So the tanks were like, why don't we pull? And then you can watch what happens. That was very educational. That's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Got to love it. Ballistic missile is fun. Especially when they, like, go right into your face. It's wonderful. Well, we did it. Surprise, surprise. Never saw this coming. Does this jumping make you want to play Dragoon? I was just saying, actually, beginning of today's stream, I was like, I kind of want to try Dragoon. There's a lot of Dragoons, like, in the main story coming up in Heavensward, and they're just so cool. Like, I could never get on their level. You're a main Dragoon, so it's all about jumping and then sticking people with your spear. They seem very elegant as well, like they don't just kind of like launch themselves around. It's very refined. Strong recommendation if you want to play Dragoon, level it before you start Heavensward. I have heard that if you play a Dragoon, some of the character responses are different, like Estinian, because he's a Dragoon, I'm pretty sure. He will respond to you differently and be like, but you would know because you are also a Dragoon, like me, the best class. Pretty sure that's how it goes. That was my excellent Estinian impression. Hello, it's me, Estinian. I hate everyone and everything. I'm gonna go sit in my basement and listen to emo music. He's a bit rude sometimes. Ooh. Oh, we are deep into the coils now. Do you want to spend some more time on the floor? I really care about the cleanliness of the floor, so I lie down and I wipe it most of the tries, Tamwin, because who else is going to do the cleaning if not me, you know? And all of my other party members also really pride cleanliness, so they've been helping me with wiping the floor. That's what's been happening. That surely cannot be Dalamud. Where are we? The final resting place of Nail Vandanus. Oh, you're back again, Discount Darth Vader. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too. Your hat's really stupid. Like, I hate to tell you. You probably got it, like, commissioned or something, but it's horrible. No! Stupid hat has been knocked off. Oh, woman! Titty power! Feminism. Oh, I don't hate you quite as much now. In the hour of his failure, Nail Vandanus felt the currents of Aether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my god resound in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert once denied. Is she gonna have wings? Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Hello. This isn't even my final form. 'Twould seem that little remained of Nail's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion, and the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power, She channels the rage of the Elder Primal himself. Although, you know, maybe the Elder Primal's a woman, you know? Who can say? Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall escape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. She's already gonna be dead when I get out of this cutscene, isn't she? They will avail you naught in the calamity to come. Ooh, cool music. Oh yeah! Thank you guys for waiting. I know you must have been itching to start. Here we go. Okay, so we're just gonna like do a little bit of DPS so that we can see some of the mechanics. I'll be the sole DPS. She's not that scary. Oh, me. I have been marked. What is my curse to be, Nelvid Darnus? I'm cursed to have a rock on my face. Okay. That's really nice. I guess you keep running when that happens then? A little bit DPS, just a little bit. Oh, here she goes. Oh. Green! Green bad. Green run away. Green separate from the group. Bomb, maybe? No. Okay. Oh, green rock. Oh, another rock. Okay, just a different kind of rock. Oh no, guys, we've got ads. Quick. Before they wipe the... Oh, bye. I wish there was like a mode in between the synced and unsynced that was still a little bit challenging, but not completely easy. Oh no, a rock. Let me keep on running so the rock doesn't hit me. No. Oh, there we go. I did a thing. No! Okay, I died. I guess that was a meteor impact from someone else. Yay! Nice. Lots of rocks. Hey, the music! I'm dead again! It's okay, I'm having a dance party over here. Wisp jam to the max. Oh, it's like an evil version of the theme. Phase 2! Ooh. Thank you. What is going on? I do not stand in that. Oh. It's fun. Hello. Oh, Jesus. I'm linked to a dragon. Yeah. Oh, I see how this is. Okay. Debuff on me, Fire Scorched, and Brink of Death. Guessing I don't want any more stacks of that. Is everyone dead? I'm gonna solo it, don't worry. I got this. Yes, indeed. I had that, guys. It's fine. Are we gonna properly fight them now? Okay, here we go. You can now kill them properly. Oh my god. We're already at the shield bit. Apparently the original fight in 1.0 was insanely difficult compared to even like the synced mode today. Ooh. I like a challenge, but yeah, some of these fights are crazy. Yeah, we did see a nice bit of the fight there. It was lovely. Just the mere mention of turn 9 will cause shudders to some players. Can't wait to see it. Is anything gonna happen? Wait. Is this turn 9? Is it? Oh, technically. This is 2 turn 4, so technically, yeah. 2 turn 4. I can imagine it would be really epic finally getting her down. If you manage to survive the whole way till the end. That feeling never gets old, like getting down a really hard boss with a raid group and wiping for hours and hours and then finally doing it. Sometimes even wiping for weeks or months. Speaking of wiping, hi. Goodbye. Oh. I did it from beyond the grave. I don't even need to be alive to do hella DPS. Down you go, demon. Ooh. Woohoo! The second coil of Bahamut is now complete. Easy. Well then. Okay. Nicely done. And some loot as well. I'll take all that stuff. And out of the duty we go. Off for a little bit. Oh! The shiny's coming on in. Is he gonna speak?
Forsooth, milady, is this made to know that mine meter and rhyme bring ye to quarrel? Or in distress does milady reach out with merry quips meant in
Someone's dying!
Draw sanguine. Mine thoughts on ventures yet undone may remain in Keats if is as you wish.
All right, Orianja. I definitely got all that. Yeah, same. Something about blood. Yeah, drawing blood. Merry quips that draw blood. My wit is as sharp as swords. For sure. Forsooth. Indeedy. Someone's dying though. 1 second. Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into Aether. Oh, it's Alisane, not the evil one. Hang on. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into Aether, but Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned what little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling... what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? Who is she? But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. My primal deity? I kneel to no icon. What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? I am Nail Vandanis, legatus of the 7th Legion. You are also gravely injured. No, a moment. My thoughts are clouded, and this body is not mine own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the Lesser Moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controlled you, but that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of the broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Not even Bahamut wants your soul. Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. But do not assume that all of my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected. Mine and no other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me. Nail, please. You must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen this world, and what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louisoix. Louisoix! You're Louisoix's grandchild! Ah, the fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on, if you would have your answers. They await you at the terminus of your path. But know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the pull of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Oh, what a way to go! Oh no, what is this? Silence, chattering raven. Your wretched wings are broken, and you shall soar no more. My crimson moon, your brilliance sears mine eyes. Wait, what? I recognize that voice, Astariel. But never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put to right when the final hulk lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again. I'm sure of it. I don't know if Grandfather's going to be okay. I have a feeling everything's going to go wrong. And there it is. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. The display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found in the Lenosian Hulk. It shouldn't pose a problem. Astariel, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nar's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain that I was going to lose you, just as I did my grandfather. Even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet, look how far we've come. 'Tis incredible the feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Twas this capacity for greatness, I believe, that Grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I've come to understand that much at least. I like Alysae. She's not a prick like Alfie. Poor Alfie, he tries, but he is rather full of himself most of the time. I think he's gonna have a bit of a character's arc in Heavensward. There we go. 'Tis done. Shall we make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts? We have seen much that will benefit from Owing's learned perspective. Hello? Hello? Wait, what? Granddaddy? Is Granddaddy evil now? Alysae, are you okay? Grandfather, it is you. Then why? Abandon this quest, Alysae. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils. Sabotage? But we must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. The heck? No. No, you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Maybe his body is just being used? Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will. And the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. Oh no! We can't save him! Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve. But should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself. That light in my grandfather's eyes. He has suffered the same fate as Nail. I'm sorry. Oh, she's crying. My grandsire is no more. That was naught but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Can I hug her? Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged. And I will be right by your side, Alysae. Do not fear. Well, that's a twist. I did think maybe he would be there with us in the final coils and be like, I'm right beside you, Alysae. Let's do this together. But no. Looks like the only way to free him would be to kill him at this point. Like, he's been too influenced by it. Final Fantasy with the emotional cutscenes, as usual. My feelings, please. FFXIV, why you like this? Hello, Alysae. Alisei is keen to seek Oriandra's learned opinion on the disturbing events. Ah, everyone's favorite character. Mischievous, it is one who speaks much like you. I'm still trying to work out what that meant. I think, okay, forsooth, my lady, is this made to know that my meter and rhyme doth bring ye to quarrel? That's like, does the way I talk bother you? Or, in distress, does milady reach out with merry quips meant in jest that yet draw sanguine? I draw blood. I pain you by my misunderstanding of thine words. Mine thoughts on ventures yet undone may remain in quickness, if it is as you wish. If thou hast spoilers up thy sleeves, pray keep them in thy undergarments, for presently I have not completed Heavensward, and there is much ahead that I doth not foresee intentionally. So, spoilers be gone, if asked you. But other than that, it doth make me merry, if I can interpret it, which most of the time I can't. But thank you for the 333. I shall keep it safely in my cup. I was going to try and make a rhyme there, but then I lacked my poetical abilities. Truly, it is wonderful to escape that stifling air, and to return to Northern Thalan again, it would appear. I must thank you, Astariel. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. Ah, but no need to tarry on my account. The danger is past. Pray go on ahead and apprise Oriandra of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. My thoughts are unruly? I'm gonna use that next time I'm like, I've had a hard day. I'll just be like, my thoughts are most unruly this day. They hath plagued my mind. Accept a friend request from Cassie. I shall, for that perfect circle debuff that you pulled off in the coils. I shall. When are we getting an Oriandra regime? What, having to talk like this for 5 minutes? Well, I should have to expand mine vocabulary in order to elevate myself to the levels that we doth see Oriandra conversing with. For he hath vocabulary for days, bitches. And Karen hath thine soul to offer up for the 18th month. Many congratulations on thy continued immortality, and most heartfelt thanks for thy kindness in securing a subscription for the next moon. I doth appreciate it much. I'm such a bad discount, Oriandra. But Karen, welcome back. Thank you so much for 18 months. I will be taking that soul if you don't mind. It is a very lovely one. Just knowing that you're getting to partake in this juicy lore leaves me happy. I think that is the main way I would describe Final Fantasy lore. Like, it's juicy. There are so many cutscenes where I just get every single hair on my body standing on end and shivers. Like, it's so beautifully put together. The way that the music times perfectly with the text as well. So you just get these really epic moments or these massive turnarounds and plot twists that just leave you not knowing what to do with your feelings. No one Oriandra is like Oriandra. Indeed, 'tis true. Verily. Verily, indeed. A lot of people did say Coils would enrich my Heavenward playthrough, and it's worth doing. So I'm glad we did. Ah, greetings, I doth return to thy presence for more delicious story content. The triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Indeedio. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow which falleth now across thy brow? Translation there, he's like, oh, you did the thing. Why are you a bit sad? I am most vexed. Gentle Oriandra. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louisoix that Lady Alisei beheld, an unnatural conjuration enthralled to the Elder Primal. 'Twas. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men. Even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured. Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Alisay did absent herself from future forays unto the coils. Indeed, she should remain here with you, Urianger, and shareth a milkshake, indeed. Before you do the second to last boss in the coils, you should rewatch the Aramwibon cinematic Answers. It's worth having it fresh in the memory. Interesting. I have come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger. Oh, it is her again. My lady. I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Neil Vandanus. Vandanus was a legatus of the Garlean Empire, who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou hast heard the tales of the White Raven, then it is he of whom they speak. Aye, he, I say, for Neil was certainly no maid. The noble house of Vandanus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Allag. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamud, and seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the Crystal Tower, and the mechanisms required to command the satellite, yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Neil to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Vandanus' resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. So it's like they brought them back as the wrong gender? Awkward. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Niall's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we needs must remove this source of worship. Otherwise our efforts to disable the coils shall be for naught. Forgive mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the Primal's thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which cost thee thine own grandsire? My heart and my mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won by but a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Astariel, while Urianger and I endeavour to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much, I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. Goodbye. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Chalayan. Yet whom each new revelation serveth only to... Urianger text lines, my god. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? Oh, Alfie's here. So, you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret? For the key that only you and I hold? Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them. And Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest, to whom the door should never have been opened. Secrets, eh? So, interesting. Is this the next stage, Fragments of Truth, or do I already have it unlocked? She said she would call upon me when the opportunity presented itself. Yeah, we'll leave Coils 3 for another day. So I will put up another calendar event if anybody wants to come along for that as well. And we'll do the same thing, I guess. Try synced until it fails and then do unsynced the rest. But yeah, probably not Coils 3 tonight, because it would take us a while to get through again. Is that thy quest? Or doth the young master have the quest, or the young mistress? I doth not know. What is thine quest? Fragments of Truth. Oh, 'tis. 'Tis the right quest. Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness. Though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy, so it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Owing just says there's some dark truths that you don't want to see sometimes, but sometimes you gotta face them. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alice, undeterred by the burden of the knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Astariel, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Astariel, it is well that you are here. Is it? My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Urianger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartanel Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we needs must disable the 2 remaining internment hulks at Being posh is hard, okay? If we are to prevent his return, we needs must disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the Primal had bound the shade of Nail Vandarnus unto his will. And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayst recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Urianger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. Vile verbiage! You need not worry, Urianger. Come what may, I will not stray from my course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Astariel's company? Full oft hath the Warrior of Light set events in motion by virtue of her presence alone. 'Tis possible that she may do so again, due to her being thy protagonist of this central storyline. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the past shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny that what you say about Astaro is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalana Ding Dong, and the other lies at the Singing Shards of Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with the instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could have since found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. I say, we're going on a quest. Indeed. So I guess I'll continue this story part until we get to the point where we've unlocked Coils 3, and then we'll leave actual Coils 3 for next stream. We doth have the famous, the beautiful, the stunning Hildebrand on Friday. We are continuing the Hildebrand quest line. We had a goal for it and you absolutely smashed it. So Friday is mostly devoted to Hildebrand. We could see if we can sneak in some cheeky coils though. Could see. Where is this? Gotta go through Camp Drybone, I think, and then like along these little tunnelways. Any idea when the next Coil stream will be, or just keep an eye on Gilded? Keep an eye on Gilded. I'm trying to think. I could potentially stream Saturday. We have Roads Less Traveled on Sunday this week, which is my D&D campaign. But I could possibly do a cheeky bonus Saturday stream as well. Normally when we're doing D&D on Sunday, I don't stream Saturday. But we could make an exception for Coils. There'll be a lot of Final Fantasy streams this week, if so. Final Fantasy is taking over, guys. Protect yourselves. The end has come. I think it's this way, and then I, like, go down through here. Admitted the plot has you. I do like some juicy plot. 'Tis juicy indeed. I think they just do a really good job at making some really touching character moments. And also having really good plot hooks, like... I want to know what happens. I need to know what happens. Plus with Heavensward, they just got me because it's a bunch of hot elves. And I don't really need anything else to want to play an expansion. Just give me hot elves and I'm done. But yeah, I was wondering where the heck Alice was. And as soon as I was like, where's Alice been? She's been useless this entire time. Chat told me to go and do Coils. Oh, hello, sir. Hello. Oh, you're a fine man. I say, you're not Mistress Whisper, my lady's most faithful companion. Sinis, madam, at your service. And may I say what an honor it is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I've found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there, before my very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seemed destined to thwart our efforts. Even if an opening were to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Perhaps. Such a long journey. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the Singing Shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Astariel. Why didn't you call me or text me or anything? You could have just sent me a message on Gilded or Discord. I work with amateurs. Okay then, let's go see if we can find the assistant. Also, if it's his brother, why didn't he bother telling us that something might be wrong? Like, seems a little bit suspicious. Just a little bit. Hi, 80. Now you give voice to the game. I mean, I do voice the characters if there's no in-game voice acting. So I like story and I don't like just skipping past it. I know when you're like, if you're playing your own, you don't care too much about lore. Some people just skip through really quickly, but I love me some lore. And someone took the time to write that, and all the Final Fantasy lore is so good, especially main story. So I try and voice it all, even the men, you know. You should see my Astidian. It's glorious. Sometimes we go full Moogle. Super high-pitched Moogle. We had a lot of Moogles in Heavensward story last stream. We went to the homeland of the Moogles. They were adorable. There was even a King Moogle. Sorry, no Discord. Eorzea only has Skype. Oh, gods! What kind of hell is that? God, I remember when Skype was like the most popular messaging platform. Skype, I think, has died a death. Like, it's been mostly replaced by Zoom. And then all of us who play games, we use either Discord or Gilded now. You should all come and try Gilded, though. Gilded is really good. It has some really amazing features, especially for organizing events together. We use a calendar for planning ESO and Guild Wars 2 events, and you can sign up and stuff. And it's just laid out very nicely and very, very cleanly. I hate to say this, but I have the weirdest feeling he might be dead. He's somewhere in this area. We're just gonna find like a mangled corpse. There's too many mobs around here. Oh, hello. Wait, someone's fishing in here? How are they fishing all the way down there? I have no idea. Maybe I have to actually touch down in here to find him? Nope, nope, nope. He's beyond rescuing. Let's leave. We can't possibly help him. He's definitely dead. Don't worry, Alice. I'm sure he died a peaceful death. Oh, there he is! Right next to all the mobs. Lovely. You okay, mate? They do look like they're characters from Men in Black. This is true. Hello. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I love me some bread. I'm relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on you my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there is really no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it. We're losing precious time. What are we to do now? Bing, bing, bing. Oh!
'Tis I, Ul'dah. Pray, pick up the phone. Glad tidings have I for thee, my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayst enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alice to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan Ding Dong. There, all shall be made clear.
I wish Owing would phone me in real life. Owing has found a way. Then we must go to him at once. Good old Urianger, eh? He always knows what to do. Everybody needs an Urianger in their life. Whoa! Okay, so cerulean processing plant. Ah, I have a crystal for it. There we go. A small fun fact is that Discord grew out of Final Fantasy, which makes the whole sprout icon on new users they added recently a pretty fun callback. I didn't know that. I assumed it was more like, you know, like competitive FPS games or something that spawned the rise of Discord, but that's cute that it was Final Fantasy people. Ah, Ul'dah. I have come. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, it was at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes. An ethereal stream bore us back to the surface, that much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray, allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that the others may be connected in like wise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then did a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination, that one might reach what we may call the headwater. We proposed to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as to originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey, yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost your life. I definitely understood everything he just said. Something about using ethereal currents to travel, and then also, yeah, but be careful though. That's all I gathered from that. That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I am curious. Did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence. Ahem. Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning that there are others who are aware of our mission? No? No? What? Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. He's working with the haha breads and the lol baguettes. We saw it in the cutscene. Evil Urianger! I don't know. That he was in that cutscene. He went and talked to them, and yeah, I still don't understand what was going on there. So, curiouser and curiouser. Reminder: no spoilers in chat. Even if I'm going like, I wonder if this will happen. Don't tell me. Do not confirm my musings, lest thou dost spoil the upcoming events. Thou would be a most unseemly wretch to spoil what willeth transpire. Indeed. Oh, cutscene. I say. So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Ul'dah, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Lavalier. Is it gonna be her brother? Alfie! Hey! Alphino! So it was you who was helping Oriange? Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered, would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Oriange. It was at my behest that he kept silent. Oh, it wasn't the ha-ha bread then. Okay, I was getting worried. We will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alfie be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he needs must be struck down. Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the Aether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. God forbid I should ever forget, Alice, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. Fight! But let us speak of this matter another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House... It's French names! As a son of House Lavalier, I would be present for his final moments. Very well. You may join us. On one condition. I make the decisions. This is so awkward. If it please my lady, the name's Erkenrad. Erkenrad? Okay, just a very normal name. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Well, that was drama. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come this far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. So she wanted this to be her thing, and then Alfie came along and was like, no, this is now my thing. I'm going to help you. As a son of House Lavalier, I must be involved. Yeah, she very much lives on her grandfather's legacy. And even she doesn't really know why she's helping. So I hope she finds that. I hope she makes some sense of it herself. Hello, Scotty. Welcome on in. Scotty's already hydrating me and posture checking. Posture is on point thanks to #NobleChairs. Oh, I'm already sat up straight. But cheers. I've been waiting for you, Mistress Whisper. I'm pleased to say that the Aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalanadingdong and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side. Thank you. The final coil of Bahamut is now accessible. But because I'm a troll, we're gonna set up a group and do that next stream. So if you haven't already, come and join the Gilded server. We have a whole Final Fantasy group. Double check the calendar there at some point this week, and I'll be putting up a run for Coils 3.